Alright, so recently a new patch has been confirmed. Pretty much every new DLC comes with a new patch, but what is in this patch is confirmed so far as moves go. Alright, and today I'm just going to be discussing the important changes, the rather like, the most important ones I feel that is to this patch, to whereas moves, and there's one transformation that is getting not necessarily these patches, but some of them buffed, some of them got nerfed, some of them just got balanced in general to where they like they took away one thing, they nerfed one aspect of it, but they buffed the other aspect, which makes it balanced in general. And so it differs from move to move, so I'm going to be discussing that and how it can play out in the future. Alright, so first up is Kaio Ken Assault. So now with Kaio Ken Assault, they're reducing the amount of damage that it does, but the amount of ki that it also takes to fully, to do all of the Kaio Ken Assault, it's a lot less, alright? So if you want to do the entire Kaio Ken Assault, it take you 5 ki bars, alright? But now they're going to make it to where it only costs 2 ki bars. And now, like I said, the total damage is decreased. And you know how like when you're using the move and somebody vanishes in the middle of it and you can't recover, and so like they get to attack you, you're able to recover now. So if someone vanishes out Kaio Ken Assault, you're gonna be able to get out of it and like be able to like recover and attack, so that way they don't automatically hit you. Now this increases the flexibility of the move, considering it only takes 2 ki bars now, so it doesn't take as much ki to use now, which is very fucking good. The fact is, it also like you're able to like recover when someone vanishes it, so it's a lot more safe to use. You don't get like the guaranteed hit whenever someone vanishes out of it. Now another change I would like to discuss is times 10 Kamehameha. Now I won't mention all the changes that they're doing with this patch, but I will mention some. And times 10 Kaio Ken Kamehameha is a very specific one, because it's only going to cost, well, not only considering it's an increase, but it will cost 2 ki bars to use now. All right, but the reduced thing about it is the time that it takes, like the cast time. It is not as slow as it used to just to do one stage. Now there's 5 stages for times 10 Kamehameha. That's the reason why it does so much damage. Kamehameha has 3 stages. Times 10 has 5. Light Grenade has 3. Explosive Wave has 3. Those are some of the examples of the charged up moves. So with times 10, it's going to do a shit ton more damage, but it will cost 2 ki bars 2 ki bars per move every time you use it. But just in case you just want to do the first stage of the attack, or this may go for like all the stages of the attack, for as far as I know. So either way, it's going to be a lot slower. I mean, not a lot slower. It's going to be a lot faster to do. So the likelihood of you actually hitting somebody with it and being able to combo it efficiently and effectively, it's a lot more likely now, and it's be a lot more efficient. And to be honest, from the damage I predicted they're going to do, if you hard stand to break somebody and hit them with a fully charged times 10 Kamehameha, it will do a life bar damage. That's just my prediction, because in Xeno 1, Spirit Bomb, the super attack, and times 10 Kamehameha did roughly the same amount of damage if you charge up the times 10 all the way. So I'm pretty sure it will do a life bar damage. And then you can hit somebody with an ultimate after that, and that'll only cost 5 ki bars, you know. So right, like it's borderline barely. It's about damn near doing 2 ki ultimates, or 2 ultimates in general. But still, the case is times 10 Kamehameha is slightly, it's balanced. It's more balanced now. It kind of got nerfed by making it cost 2 ki bars, but it also got patched and buffed by decreasing the cast time and increasing the damage. Now another change is Mighty Explosive Wave. Alright, so Mighty Explosive Wave, you can kind of abuse this move. So the fact is, they're straight up buffing it. They're not changing anything else about it. But the fact is, the amount of damage that it does is increased. So some people, if you know what I'm talking about, that abuses Mighty Explosive Wave, you know what I'm talking about. So let's just see how this plays out. Hopefully the damage increase is not too much, but let's see what they do with it. Another change is Burning Attack. Now, if you know SSJ Squid and from Xenoverse 1, and if you saw my tournament or tournament clips, you would know that he did this special combo. I'm not going to say it, but he did this combo with Burning Attack. And the way this combo works, it depends on a knockaway and burning attack to lift them up and like have them like, you know, the attack, burning attack animation when you get hit, you just kind of like spin in the air. It kind of depended on that. So what they're gonna do is, if you do that, it's not gonna do it. If you hit somebody with burning attack at all, it's gonna launch them away. It won't make them float up in the air. All right, so that combo is basically dead. Any combo, like I know some of y'all like fucking doing gravity impact, burning attack into something, kind of Nika's combo. But if you like doing that, it doesn't work anymore. I don't know how long the knockback will last, or if it's just gonna like knock you back a little, then put you to the ground. But that little float animation, kind of like Crusher Ball, yeah, it doesn't exist for burning attack anymore after this patch. That's another thing that they changed. Go-Go Gum. Now the way they're doing Go-Go Gum, I'm not completely sure how they're gonna do it, but all they did say the time the skill binds opponent is shortened. I don't know by how much. They should have honestly just increased the defense while you're in it, but you know, let's just see how it plays out. And eventually they're gonna patch this shit so much to where it's only gonna keep you there for 1 second, and basically it's gonna make the move useless. I know it can be abused, but just increasing the opponent's defense when they're in it, that should be enough to fix it right then and there. Punisher Drive. Player can guard the last attack. Now, if this is a problem, this is one of the suggestions I did have for Punisher Drive, and some of you did too. You know, when you see someone start up the move and you're like blocking, and the last hit just stuns you, even if you consecutively blocking, like holding it. Alright, so that's going to be changed to where you can block it now. And I don't know if they're still going to appear behind you or in front of you, but either way, it isn't that much of a really change, to be honest. Like the blocking problem is not with Punisher Drive. That is not the problem. It's the fact that you can cancel the startup animation of it and abuse the invincibility frame. That's how people use it. That's mostly how people use it. So that's not really the problem, but hey, they're trying something. Let's just see how it goes. The damage of Hell Flash has been increased, so that's something worth mentioning because it does shit for damage. Purification. A transformation that I really like. It's just very useless online because it just doesn't work. So the thing about Purification is that the amount of stamina that is automatically consumed is decreased, so that way it's more stable. Hopefully they built it around something like Kaio Ken. Alright, and to be honest, they should have a Super Soul with Purification to increase the longevity of the stamina, so that way, like, if you use it, you can actually gain stamina while you're in it. That'd be pretty fucking lit. I would like to fight the whole fight in Purification form, but you know, let's see how big of the increase it is, because you know, they could potentially make it broken, because you know, last time they said they would patch something, they made it inescapable. And speaking of inescapable things, Dragon Fist will, so they say, be escapable or vanishable in the next patch. Now, they say it's gonna be vanishable, but let's just see if they actually mean what they say and actually like tested it out. We'll see how accurate they is. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Two changes to two moves, and they pretty much correlate to each other. God Destruction's Anger and Absolute Zero. You know how like people like to do Absolute Zero, God Destruction's Anger. God Destruction's Anger will cost 2 key bars now, which does make fucking sense. And it's not easily as combo now, so you know that little knockaway shit in the God Destruction's Anger? Apparently they won't be able to do that anymore. So the way that you're gonna have to combo this move is gonna be a lot different, alright? It's just gonna be a lot more difficult. It won't be as easy, and it wasn't easy to begin with, but just the fact that there was abusable things that you can do. So with some races it was pretty easy, so now it won't be as easy, and I feel as if that's right, considering the move does do a lot of damage on its own, and it does hard stamina break you. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah, and if you do it in a combo, it's pretty much inescapable. So that's an unvanishable stamina break. So the fact is, that's a pretty good balance. Now, correlating to the other move, Absolute Zero, the frozen period of opponent is shortened, and the immobile period will apply when unleashing the skill in any situations. Now, hit detection time is also shortened. Now, by this they mean the amount of time that you're stuck in Absolute Zero, it will be shortened, and like, you know, the trigger whenever you do it, the like the startup time of Absolute Zero, it's a lot more slowed down now, kind of like how they did with Go Go Gum with their most recent patch for that. Same thing can be said for Dragon Burn, except it's vanishable now, so you can vanish Dragon Burn now, so none of that cheap shit. Same thing for Fake Blast, same thing for Shockwave, and to be honest, Shockwave didn't really need that much of a nerf. It didn't need a nerf at all, to be honest, because if someone was spamming the block button, you hit their ass with Shockwave, and they can't recover, and you're pretty much forcing them like, oh, you're gonna spam it, alright, that's a bet. Then again, you could hit them with Arm Crash, but that move is a lot more precise to hit. Ki Blast Cannon, opponent can use Z Vanish more quickly after being hit by this skill while being blown away. So this will allow the person that is using Ki Blast Cannon to recover a lot more slower now. So like if someone vanishes right when you hit them with Ki Blast Cannon, you're pretty much wide open, so I don't see a use for that move. Kind of like how in Xenoverse 1 they patched it shortly. Yeah, there's really not much of a use for that move. Now, I don't use the move anyway. One of y'all might know a better use for it, but I don't really fuck with that move. So yeah, that's majority of the big major changes of the Xenoverse 2 patch that is coming. They didn't say when, but if I were to guess, it would be Tuesday, February, the last day of February, considering everything else has been correlated with Tuesday. The first DLC, the release of the game, everything has been pretty much related with Xenoverse on Tuesday, so I would assume the same thing for this DLC. So yeah, let's see how that goes. This is my take on the patches of Xenoverse and how it will contribute, and some things will change the game for sure, but for the most part, it did balance the game out slightly more. Now, for the core functions, I already said this before, hitboxes need to be the #1 priority. Once they get they fix unvanishable combos, they fix shit that's not supposed to hit, they fix a bunch of fucking things. And again, thanks for watching. Remember to leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your thoughts in the comment section below to let me know what you think of my thoughts on this recent patch that's about to come up.